Your future success depends to a great extent on how you market yourself. In simple words, why would someone pay you high salary? Because you're selling your skills and potential to them. Hi everyone, I'm back with another video where I'll be talking about the skills that are required to create an impactful and a memorable CV. Let's get started. So the basic difference between CV and resume would be that if you have more than 5 years of experience, you cannot sum up everything in just 2 pages. You need more than that. And in resume, there is a length limit. You cannot make it more than 2 pages. But in CV, there is no such limit. So this is the basic difference between CV and resume. Your CV is like a marketing tool, and AI, artificial intelligence, and advanced technology has already led to reduction in human labor. No job is secure. The work culture is changing every day. Companies are more interested in hiring freelancers with specific skill set to complete the short-term projects. A job for life is just becoming an exception. The purpose of your CV is not to land your job, but to help you to get an interview. It works like a sales document wherein you showcase your hard skills, your soft skills, and also your work experience in such a way that a reader gets motivated to meet you. For example, if you want to buy a house, you ask your agent to show the pictures. If those pictures appeal you, only then you make a decision to visit them. So you got the context what I'm talking about here, right? Some people find it very hard or uncomfortable to tell the world how wonderful they are, but it's nothing of that sort. All you have to do is tell them these things: who you are, what you have done, and what you're capable of doing. So when I was applying for my first job, I was bothered by a lot of self-doubts. I did not have enough work experience. The position I was applying for did not have that much demand, and I did not have credentials. I did not have a postgraduate degree. And you must be thinking, how is it possible? Like, without a degree, how did you get that job? See, they never brought it up. I never brought it up. As simple as that. The main problem was I was focusing on these labels and I was not trusting my skills. These skills are quite expedient and highly valued. If you have the ability to motivate others, if you can resolve conflicts, if you can teach others, if you have great storytelling skills, you're good to go. So this is how you make a compilation of your skills. Let me tell you something. I have acquired most of my skills outside the workplace. I write every day, and I'm not a professional writer, but I can do a lot than others. And what matters in the long run is your confidence and how you see yourself rather than how others see you. Let's talk about the most important part of this video: how to create an impactful CV. You will have 99% chance of rejection if you're going to do these things. If you're going to add a lot of information and it's too long and boring, nobody has that much of time to read that. Be very, very specific. Avoid spelling mistakes at all cost. Okay, and avoid irrelevant information. If something is not clear, you're doubtful of that, please do not add it. Be very, very honest about that thing. Create a strong branding summary. You must talk about those exceptional skills that sets you apart from others, how you add value and produce results. Number second, focus on the company lingo. So if you're sending your resume to a particular company, then make sure to read their vision and mission statement, study properly what exactly are they looking for, and then add those skills in your job description. Quantify your achievements. Be very specific with numbers. How much percentage of growth were you able to make it in the so and so project or the company? Use STAR formula in your achievement section: challenge, action, and result. What challenge did you face? Did you take any action? And what did you achieve? Focus on hard skills. These are the technical skills that you need to list first. If you're applying for a position of a copywriter, then you must talk about skills like proofreading, editing. So these are hard skills that you must mention. Avoid using personal pronouns. We don't use personal pronouns in formal writing. Don't add images, pie charts, infographics. You don't have to make it fancy, and don't try hard. Just keep it clean and sophisticated. If you're in creative industry, that can be an exception. Employers use ATS tracking system. It's a software that reads resume. So if you want to pass this test, you have to use the right keywords in your resume. So when you will Google resume keyword tools, you will find these websites that you can take help from, and these will display all the keywords that you must add in your job description, because companies have this ATS tracking system. So when you create a resume, you have to take care of the formatting. Take care of the font size. It should not be more than like 10 to 12 points, not too small, not too large. And keep it, the style, when it comes to style, keep it clear and classic. Roman Arial font is the best. Just avoid cursive fonts. Take care of the spacing. Keep it one page if you have like less than 5 years of experience. A resume should not be more than 2 years of experience, and if you're creating a CV, then you can create as many pages as you want. Or if you have extra job responsibilities, talk about it. Make sure to include LinkedIn profile, list your awards, and if you have a career gap, please mention the reason over there. And avoid personal info, avoid using jargons like those hidden meanings. It can lead to misunderstandings. Honesty is the best policy, and make sure to proofread your resume. It should be free of errors. Check dates, punctuations, grammar. Last but not the least, make sure to update your resume on time. Make sure that the phone numbers and email address that you have given are right. Some companies advertise about their hiring positions, some don't. They just don't want to let the competitors know that they are hiring. In that case, you can directly send your CV to the responsible HR person. It's very important to keep a positive attitude throughout. Instead of saying that I'm approaching my 30s, say this to yourself: I still have 30 years to offer. Instead of saying I've switched many times, say that to yourself that I've gained a lot of experience at different positions. I've only worked for one company? No, I have a good track record, I'm reliable. That's all in this video. I hope it helped you in some way, and if it did, you can share it with your friends and family. Until next time.